Hey guys, hi, this is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. All right, we're going to talk about my favorite subject today, which is sales. So let's get excited. Woo! I am. The topic for today is really cool. I know for some people this will be like old hat, I'm not as boring. But for some people, and a lot of people I run into, especially a lot of young people, they're not having an opportunity for somebody to address this thing called goal setting. They go through life, and I did it happenstance until somebody introduced me to the concept of making short-term and long-term goals. Now, what that really means to a person who's new in sales or in any kind of business, going to school, whatever, if you want to succeed, they've done many studies, and I mean tremendous studies that were very intense, that they looked at the people who were successful in their lives, their careers, and they were all different because things are different for all people. But the key thing that tremendously came across to everyone in education and so forth is that people who wrote down their goals and reviewed those goals regularly tended to go in that direction. And that means that only a small percentage of people actually take the time to commit to writing down short-term and long-term goals. Now, if they have proof to say that, hey, if you write your goals down, you're probably going to be able to achieve it, it makes sense to figure out, well, if it works, why don't I take advantage of it? So here we go. Even in my own life, the reason why I know goals works are because a few years, about 5 years ago, I got this wild hair, and I'm thinking, well, I've been writing goals down for years. Let me just get crazy. I got all these things that I want to get done in my mind, and those short-term and long-term. So I wrote down over 150 of them. I'm going to be quite honest with you. In less than 2.5 years, I got almost 90% of those achieved. And it's another thing is I've added on and added on. So my goals list is continuously evolving. You have to have a purpose, a direction, and you have to have goals. If you're new in sales or if you're new to goal setting, the first thing you want to do is get maybe your computer, your tablet. You can get your phone. You can get your piece of paper and a pen. Old school, I like to look at stuff. And so when I write stuff down, I've noticed that it means more to me. So it's really important that, you can say you have goals and these are things you're wanting to do. But again, unless you write down the things that you need to get done, I'm going to go ahead and say they probably won't get done. And that's just the honest truth. Now, everybody has good intentions, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to get our piece of paper, and we're going to start with our basic short-term goals. Now, what that means is I would like to go ahead and maybe set this week and maybe next week. People say, well, what do you mean? It's like basically setting a budget. You got to figure out what you're going to do and what do you want to do. Maybe you want to take that test next week. So what do you have to do this week? You have to study at least an hour to 2 hours because that'll give you enough time to be able to get the information. Maybe if you're a person who's trying to do their business better and they have all these things that they need to accomplish, the one thing that you have to do when you set your goals is you have to have an end purpose. That means you have to have something that you want to get to. It's short-term, long-term. A weekly goal is really cool because you can set your date Monday through Saturday, Sunday, and take a day off. And you can set your goals, the things that you want to get accomplished. Now remember, you can write down a lot of things, but don't beat yourself up if you don't get all those things accomplished that week. Again, you need to write them down. See, here's the thing. Life happens, and we know that. But if we don't write down a direction, we're going at it haphazardly. That means we've got no direction. We don't know where we're going. We're just going with the flow. Now, a lot of people that are looking at this, they're not wanting to just go with the flow. And I know that's you. So just grab the bull by the horns and just go ahead and think to yourself, what do I need to do? Okay, get your weekly goal. I want to do this, I want to do that, and then write it down. And don't freak out. But see, you need to think about outside the box thinking. What that means is you need to think about those things that you just can't believe that can get done in your life. But you know what? If you don't have anything written down for yourself to look at and to motivate you, you're going to miss out on the boat. See, a lot of times we have this big stuff inside of us and we keep it in and we don't get it out. See, you have to let your passions out. And here's the thing. If you're setting a goal, a short term, that's cool. But also write down those things that you think are impossible. Don't, just shoot for the stars. That's what I always say. And if you hit the moon and that's where you land, dang, you done real good. See, you sell yourself. You got to listen. Writing down goals is just the easy thing. Doing the goals, that's a little bit more difficult. Now, I myself, like I said, I write down my goals. Long-term, things I want to achieve, and I'm hoping that if I work towards those ends, I'll get those done. I carry these with me all the time. I also carry with me a little booklet, because you never know when you're going to get your little inspiration. You never know when you're going to get your inspiration. And here's the thing, if you don't write it down real quick, a lot of times you'll forget it. We all have good intentions. And my name is Gary Lee Stanley. What we're talking about is setting goals. I can't oversell myself because I've set so many goals and I've achieved them. Have I achieved everything that I want? No, but it's given me so much strength and power to persevere, to keep moving forward, even through adversity. I mean, I've had some things really happen to me in this past year that really suck. But you know what? I believe that if I keep trying and I keep going forward like you, I've written down my new goals. And see, one of my new goals is to do what I'm doing right now. Talk to you about how to set your goals. And my name is Gary Lee Stanley. We're just having a simple conversation. It's so simple. Get a piece of paper. Write down those things that you would like to get done. And you can categorize things A, B, or C. Things that are most important, things that are medium important, and things that are really maybe not the most important at all. And you'll write them down. And on this piece of paper, you'll shorten your list. On that next, you can get you a little index card, and you can write on there what your goal is for the week. And then you've had it right in front of you, or text it, or put it in your computer, or whatever you want to do. But you need to be able to look at what your process is. You need to know where you're going. And by writing down the goals, don't forget to write those things that you think, I just can't do that. Or me, really, just little old me, you think I can do it? Yes, you can. You can do anything you put your mind to. That's what my mom always says. I ain't saying be crazy, but be a little crazy, okay? And listen, sell yourself on this idea. You have to go ahead and start now. People who don't start goals, they don't achieve anything. They just rumble and just, look, life is not easy. But I'll tell you what, if you've written down things that you want to accomplish, and then once you accomplish them, be excited, celebrate. When you read a goal and you've benefited from a goal, celebrate. And then just, come on, buck up now, because you can't live in the past. You have to live in the present. So start out with new goals. And remember the hard ones, shoot for the stars. You gotta land on the moon. You ain't done anything wrong. You're doing pretty good. A lot of times people want that gold, but daggone silver or bronze don't hurt. So listen, you're important and you matter. So set your goal. My goal is to just go ahead and just give you a little bit of love and a little bit of appreciation. You're important and you matter. And I really hope that this will help you. And I'll put out some more videos about this. I do have quite a few. So if you see me out there, say, hey, this is Gary Lee, and leave a comment, because I'm always learning. I'd love to know what you have to say. And I hope you'll have a wonderful day. Do me a favor. Go out there and sell something. Go out there and sell something. Sell yourself. I just wrote down my goals just a few minutes ago, and now I've got an end to meet. Oh, my gosh, a direction. Where are you going? Have you set your goals? Do me a favor. Y'all have a nice day. Bye-bye. Go out there and sell something.